Frontline employees are the backbone of the hospitality industry. Those individuals who consistently provide high-quality customer service, plus go a step further to wow a guest by rising to an unexpected occasion, pulling out all the stops and making sure the incident is a positive and memorable one, are recognized as hospitality superheroes. Presenting the 2010 Hospitality Superheroes. A call went out for cleanup at one of the restrooms. Although Al was on his way to lunch, he took the call and upon arrival found a young student had an accident before reaching the facilities. Al assisted the chaperone and then suggested that he'd wash the child's clothes and have them ready for the trip back home. Al rushed from the planetarium to the main building and down to the laundry. He returned the clean clothes just in time to catch the bus back to school. For knowing that service doesn't take a break, Al Beckton is a 2010 hospitality superhero. A frantic mother called from New Jersey to the front desk late one evening in dire need of help. Her child was staying at the hotel with a group of students for a science competition, and part of the presentation could not be found. Kate assured the mother that she would take care of her concerns and quickly called around the hotel to check for the lost package. When it couldn't be found, Kate coordinated with the local Office Max to pick up the presentation boards herself. She delivered them the next day to a grateful guest. For putting a mother's mind at ease, no matter what the distance, Kate Pilecki is a 2010 hospitality superhero. While packing at the end of their stay, a family from the United Kingdom discovered that their child's prosthetic legs were missing. After searching the room, they contacted the front desk, stating that the legs must have been thrown away. Jerry took the call and made tracks straight for the dumpster. After sorting through nearly 20 bags, he found the box containing the legs, valued at $36,000. Covered with grime, Jerry presented the package to a very grateful family. For a quick action at the drop of a hat, Jerry Benton is a 2010 hospitality superhero. Cabetta picked up a senior citizen from a local grocery store and drove her home. To his surprise, her yard was overgrown with weeds and in desperate need of clearing. The woman explained that she no longer was able to keep up the yard and was leery of hiring help, as she had been cheated in the past. Cabetta mentioned this woman's plight to some church members, and 2 weeks later they were back at her home, clipping bushes, cutting the grass, and tossing debris. In a day and a half, the yard was back in shape. For helping another in need, Cabetta Teshoma is a 2010 hospitality superhero. The Make-A-Wish Foundation asked the Frontenac Hilton to grant a very special wish, an overnight stay at a full-service hotel requested by a young woman with cancer. Rachel and Melanie made it their mission that this woman would have a wonderful experience. So they got on the phone and found out all of the guests' favorites, colors, candies, flowers, and designed a theme for her room that included balloons, a banner, and a gift basket. Upon the young woman's arrival, she was greeted by a welcome on the hotel marquee, along with a personal greeting from the staff. They arranged for room service to deliver a tray with her favorite beverages, fruits, and snacks, as well as a lovely brunch in the restaurant. For making wishes come true, Melanie Lowe and Rachel Martin are 2010 hospitality superheroes. During a reception, a gentleman had red wine spilled on his white dress shirt. Within seconds, Debra was at his side, offering assistance. She directed the guest and his wife to follow her to the service hallway, and she would take care of everything. She had the gentleman remove his shirt and tie, stating she would have it back to him cleaned and pressed. But Debra didn't want the couple to wait for a clean shirt, so she found one in the catering office. The guest put on the new shirt, along with Debra's tie, and returned to the party. A little while later, Debra returned to the table with the cleaned shirt. The guest wanted to give back the borrowed shirt, but Debra wouldn't hear of it. For helping a gentleman in distress, Debra Ivory is a 2010 Hospitality Superhero. While performing his closing duties at the My Choice department, Bob was approached by an older gentleman inquiring about free transportation home to South City. The gentleman was new to the area, didn't have money for a cab, and needed to get home to take medication for his illness. Bob stated there was no free transportation available, but he would be happy to take him home at the end of his shift. Since Bob lives and works downtown, he walks to work each day. So he walked home, got his car, returned to the casino, and took the man home. For providing service beyond the front door, Robert Norman is a 2010 Hospitality Superhero. A man suffered a heart attack at curbside outside Terminal 2. His daughter was frantic and rushed to a nearby Southwest employee to assist. Jeremy and Terry responded to the call and found that the man had no pulse, didn't respond to verbal commands, and was blue in color. They traded off applying compressions to the gentleman's chest, along with using a defibrillator to revive him. When paramedics arrived, he was breathing. Due to Jeremy and Terry's quick response, the man is alive today. For saving a life, Jeremy Moore and Terry Hayes are 2010 Hospitality Superheroes. The hotel had a recent guest who was staying on property for an extended time due to a fire at her home. Angie met this woman one morning and inquired about her needs. Since she had some health issues, Angie took it upon herself to take breakfast to her each morning. After completing her daily shift, Angie would take food and the guest's mail to her room, as well as spending some quality time with her. Also, Angie would take home the guest's dirty laundry for washing and return them the next day. Although the guest is now back at home, Angie still hears from her. For making time for another in need of comfort, Angie Dieter is a 2010 Hospitality Superhero. An elderly gentleman who was recovering from a sprained calf got out of the shower, his leg gave out, and he fell. He crawled out of the bathroom and began calling for help. Mary heard his cries as she passed by the room, so she let herself in the room and offered assistance. She stayed with the gentleman until management and the paramedics arrived, which determined he was fine. Mary thought the guest might be weak and in need of a bite to eat, so she arranged for a meal to be brought up. She assisted him in getting dressed and stayed with him until his family returned. For answering a call for help, Mary Broner is a 2010 Hospitality Superhero. Each of these individuals is an exceptional employee every day, and their specific moment of exceptional service really wowed a St. Louis visitor. St. Louis is fortunate to have these individuals on our team. The St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission gratefully recognizes their role in making St. Louis a successful destination. Thank you.